What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Smackdown review. Mostly a better show than Raw, really. But as we kicked off the show, it would be Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles tonight. If Dean Ambrose wins, he will be the #1 contender. But they kicked off the show with Dean Ambrose in the back talking to somebody about not having a warrant on his vehicle and stuff. Until James Ellsworth entered the room, and thanked Ambrose for helping him get 2 wins over AJ Styles. And Ellsworth said he will be in Ambrose's corner, and Ambrose pretty much ruled him out saying, hey, we'll hang out later and catch up. Some people think this is going to go to a heel turn, and to be honest, I don't know how long they're going to do this James Ellsworth stuff, to be honest, but I'm going to get it back to them in a minute. Bray Wyatt went against Kane in a no DQ match. Harper did show up, but the surprising thing I guess people didn't see coming was Orton hitting a RKO on Kane, giving Wyatt the win, even though they played Orton's music right after, but he got the win over him. Now, it's not saying Orton hasn't turned heel or anything. Some wondering, like, is he a heel? Is he a face now? People all want to say. And pretty much Orton went on in the back later on the night saying, like, if you can't beat them, join them. Honestly, I just think he's just going to act like he's joining the Wyatt. It's almost like some say with Daniel Bryan for, like, what, a week or two. And then next thing you know, Orton will pretty much RKO both him and Harper, or he's just doing some type of double agent thing. Or he's pretty much done like, I'll do this on my own, I don't need anybody's help type of style, what he's doing to do for Randy Orton. Because honestly, I wish they end this feud already, but at least I guess they're still trying to get it going, because they had to pretty much put Harper on SmackDown then, since they took him away. He was going to be on Raw, but I don't know. This whole feud has just been very confusing with both Orton and Wyatt. We kicked off, moving on through the show. AJ Styles pretty much says, he's going to get Ellsworth out of his head and everything. And he's going to come after, he's going to be missing more of a chin if he sees him. Renee Young came out to interview Becky Lynch, since Becky Lynch had returned from an injury. She was back and she was about to say something, but Alexa Bliss came out, pretty much called Renee Young couldn't be dismissed, but she says, you're just scared of me. That's why you were gone for so long. We're not buying your injury. You might as well hand that title to me. But pretty much Becky Lynch pretty much got pissed. He says, let's see if you can take this title and everything. It's hard to understand her sometimes on the mic. I don't know, maybe it's because of the thick, Irish accent and everything, but I understood pretty much kind of what she said. Bliss pretty much continued her promo. She sucker punched Becky Lynch. Then they brawled for a minute, but Bliss pretty much did a DDT on her. And then she grabbed a spray can with yellow paint and pretty much did pretty much a streak on her back and kind of hitting her hair a little. But I don't know what the paint's supposed to do. What is this? She NWO now type of thing? What is this? The Bliss World Order? Well, I shouldn't say BWO because that would mean Blue World Order then, but I don't know, or Bliss World Order or whatever. But she pretty much attacked Becky Lynch and left her in the ring. I just don't know why they're doing this with the paint. But some say it's simple, it's effective, it gets heat on Alexa Bliss and pretty much making their match worth something when they get to November 8th in Glasgow, Scotland or whatever. Since they're doing a match there, to be honest, SmackDown does have a lot to do because they got to stretch this out all the way to Survivor Series. They don't have a pay-per-view this month, and to be honest, they won't even have their own pay-per-view until December. The Ascension went against Hype Bros. Since I don't know why we're doing a tournament for these tag teams, pretty much glorified squash match. Hype Bros won, beat the Ascension. So like, why are we doing? I guess a squash match and everything, but why do we have slots for these tag teams? Okay, I get it that probably Slater and Rhino will probably be the leaders since they're the tag team champions. We already know the Hype Bros are confirmed, but what are you going to do? We're going to do American Alpha versus the Usos, because we don't have a lot of tag teams on SmackDown, folks, and I can't really name a lot of other people that's a tag team. Yes, the Vaudevillains, but they've been buried so many times, you forget about them, and yeah, it's not a lot. And I kind of read now recently that the Headbangers will be coming back. Since they got to call them back, since we had enough tag teams, they'll probably job out to somebody else on SmackDown this Tuesday so they can get into this tournament. So I don't know why we need a tournament for this. We might as well just put all the tag teams together. Just going to be one of them out, really. You just probably just put the Rhino and Slater, the Hype Bros, well, the Ascension's out, so let's forget about them. The Vaudevillains, American Alpha, and the Usos. There you go, 5 teams. It's not that hard. So I don't know what the point, what they're trying to go with there, but that's what they're doing. Nikki Bella. Well, before Daniel Bryan's talking to Natalya, and pretty much they said to both. She said that if you win this match against Nikki Bella, you will be the leader of the Survivor Series women's team. If not, then you won't be on the team. She went against Nikki Bella, which Nikki Bella won with a John Cena move, the STF, which I guess they're still trying to play into this or something. We know Cena's now on Smackdown right now because he's doing his whatever show on Fox right now, recording that for American Grit. So Cena is Cena, and pretty much he went with the STF, and Nikki Bella was out of the not Nikki Bella. Natalya was out of the whole tournament. Pretty much after that, Carmella came out and attacked Nikki Bella and pretty much did the X Factor on her and just took her out from there. But some people at least they can say this for Survivor Series with Natalya being out. They can't screw out another Hart at Survivor Series. What do I see on the SmackDown's women team, honestly? Honestly, they ought to have Becky Lynch leading the team and not Nikki Bella, which people probably knew she was going to win this match anyways against Natalya. But why is she leading the team? Shouldn't the champions be leading the team? Really? That's what I think for all these, or whatever team, which is, I don't know if it's going to be a clusterfuck in that Survivor Series, but if we're going to go SmackDown women's team, the leader might as well be Becky Lynch, and then you can put Nikki Bella. And since Natalya is not out of it, you might as well put Carmella, Naomi, and Alexa Bliss. We've only got, like, what, 6 women on this show when you look at it? Eva Marie, they say she's filming a movie, but I don't care for Eva Marie either way, so screw her. But yeah, that's pretty much you got your 5 women of the team, really, if you're going to do it like that. The leader is Becky Lynch, you have Nikki Bella, you have Alexa Bliss, you have Naomi, and you have Carmella. And you're pretty much done from there then with the teams for that. But Nikki Bella being team leader to go against Natalya, kind of she's really going to win this match anyways. Miz still with the Spirit Squad, which is still here for some reason. I'm actually kind of surprised they're still here, and we're still doing this feud. As you know, he pretty much talked about, Pat Patterson was probably sitting in Montreal with a tear running down his cheek that Ziggler is the champion. Ziggler came out with Rhino and Slater, as Heath Slater and Rhino were out there. Pretty much, what's the problem? And, Miz called Slater a joke, and, and that Rhino was just holding titles just to keep you guys champions and stuff. And Slater says, said champion wouldn't run from a challenge. And he said, burn, double burn and stuff. And pretty much, we had a tag team title match right now, which I almost thought we were going to do this at Survivor Series, but it would be Slater and Rhino versus the Spirit Squad of Kenny and Mikey. Pretty much, Rhino and Slater won. Rhino won with the gore, pinning Mikey. So, I don't know why the Spirit Squad is still here, to be honest. I thought they would have been done after the whole No Mercy thing. I guess they have a contract now to keep them as teams on here. They don't have that much of a roster anyway, but do we really need the Spirit Squad? It was fun for a minute, but I don't know. Don't get me wrong, Kenny's in great shape and everything, but like, do we still really need these guys? To be honest, like, really, do we really need these 2? Main event time: AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose. James Ellsworth was at ringside. Great match, really, for the main event, which people probably thought Dean Ambrose was gonna win anyways, but it was a DQ match. Pretty much, it was a DQ. Because since Styles had took a cheap shot at James Ellsworth pretty much fired up. He stood up and hit him with a no-chin music, as everyone looked surprised, and it was just DQ, and Ellsworth was pretty much sorry for what he did. But now no one is the #1 contender. What do I see happening? A triple threat match for the title. Dude, I saw if they do a triple threat match for the title at Survivor Series in some type of main event with Ellsworth getting the title. I don't know how long this Ellsworth thing is going to keep up. Some people are going to complain. Some people are going to like it, hate it. I am surprised that this guy is this over and that his t-shirts have sold tremendously. I heard he has a contract now they're signing him to. Like, my God, I didn't think a jobber would become this big. Like, he's more over than half the roster, really. Raw and SmackDown combined. Especially the Raw roster. Like, this dude, when people out there last week with the Styles versus Ellsworth match, people were chanting Ellsworth. This dude had the same reaction as Goldberg. Like, I am somewhat surprised that, you know, he is this over. I am very surprised at that. But hey, you know, good for him and stuff. But I didn't think it would get this big. Like, wow, they're really gonna put him in the main event for the title, triple threat match for it. I don't know, but we'll have to find out and see. But it's not up to talk about SmackDown next week. That's pretty much it for it. But I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later, and peace out. Halloween's coming up.